Hey folks, this is Jake with Seattle Coffee Gear, and today we're going to be talking all about pressurized portafilters. What are they? Why would you use them? And what happens when things go wrong with them? Whether it's clogging or your machine is choking or not getting any flow of espresso through the machine. We definitely can help take a look and get you all back up and running with your portafilter basket or pressurized portafilter. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and let's get started. Pressurized portafilter baskets or portafilters are basically meant to recreate the back pressure that you get when you're grinding really fine for espresso. It allows you to use pre-ground, maybe a coarser grind from a grinder that isn't capable of grinding fine enough for espresso grinds. And it allows you to get an espresso beverage out without fiddling around with the grind setting and the fineness of the grinds. It gives you a nice 9 bars almost every time. Now, one thing with pressurized portafilters that we've seen over the years is that they do end up getting clogged, or it seems like your machine is choking out. And that's why we're here to talk about how to troubleshoot them and how to diagnose an issue and make sure that it's not clogged. Before we start, what you're going to want is either a cleaning product such as Cafiza or something like BioCap. You can use either or. A lot of people have this at home for back flushing their portafilters, cleaning out coffee equipment. And you're also going to want a needle, and something like a sewing needle is great. I'm using a needle off the back of a button that we have here, and that's specifically because at the bottom of a pressurized basket there is only one single hole, unlike the multiple holes in a non-pressurized basket. A needle will help to poke that and make sure that is not clogged up or has any debris in there. So that's what we're going to do first. So I'm going to take this needle, and this is a single basket from an Espresso, a 1-cup basket that's pressurized. And so I'm going to take this needle, we're just going to gently insert it into the hole. Just make sure it's not going to go all the way in because the hole is very, very small, but it's just getting any debris out of this side of the basket. And then once you're done with that, you're going to want to take a look at the inside. If there are larger holes that can be cleaned with the needle, you can use your needle to go ahead and try to clean those out. The Espresso one here, as well as Breville baskets and a lot of other 54 millimeter pressurized baskets have very fine holes here, so you likely won't be able to clean them with the needle. I'm actually going to use BioCap because this comes in single serve pouches, and we're going to use 1 pouch here. And we also are going to use 1 liter of warm or hot water just to help it dissolve. And then I'm going to put 1 pouch in. Now, if you have the bulk, bigger bottles of Cafiza, it's 1 teaspoon per liter. So it's not a lot of detergent for this purpose. Or if you have the tablets, it's also just 1 tablet dissolved in hot water. But the tablets, they do take quite a while to dissolve. So I'm going to get the BioCap in here. And then I'm going to give it a stir. We've given this a stir, make sure all the powder is dissolved. And if you have a basket that is removable, this is a basket from a Breville Bambino, you can go ahead and remove that and soak that in the cleaning solution here. If you have a portafilter that is not removable baskets, like some of the older Seiko models, the ones where the pressurized aspect is actually built into the portafilter, you can just soak the entire thing, and it's probably good for your portafilter anyways. What's happening here is the Cafiza dissolves the coffee oil, all that gunk that dries up over time, and it helps to dissolve that and make sure that everything in there is nice and clean. And so we're going to give that a soak for 30 minutes, and then we'll come back and get it all rinsed off and ready to go. Okay, so we're back. It's been half an hour, and we've had the portafilter and some baskets sitting in the Cafiza solution. And as you can see, you're going to see lots of detergent. It's going to be very soapy. So next step is to give this a very thorough rinse in the sink. You're going to want to rinse it for about a minute. Cafiza does not taste good, nor does it make good coffee, so you want to make sure it's all out from both sides of the portafilter. You can even soak it in some clean water for a few minutes just to make sure it's all out. I'll be right back when we do that. Okay, so I'm back. We've given both the basket for this Bambino and the portafilter a very thorough rinse. One thing that you'll notice is that it's a little slippery when you don't get all the detergent off, so really be sure to rinse that thoroughly and you won't feel it be super slippery anymore. We're gonna go ahead and insert that basket back in, And once you have that back in, go ahead and try to brew again. And if you notice better performance, then great, you're all set. And if you don't notice better performance, you can do a second soaking, a second, repeat this entire process over again for another 30 minutes. You can do it as long as you really want, up to maybe an hour or two. If it's super, if it's super clogged up and there's a lot of coffee gunk, or if you've let it sit for a long time without rinsing it, that's a very common cause of this as well. Give it an hour or two, try it again. And if that doesn't work, then it might be time to replace the basket, because there's only so much you can do with the double-walled baskets to get them unclogged. On the other spectrum of things, if you're noticing the basket flowing way too fast, regardless of what you do with the coffee that goes into the basket, no matter how hard you tamp, how fine you grind, it flows too fast, it's also probably time for a replacement basket, because the diaphragm in the dual wall basket has probably blown. There's like a small gasket that allows the pressure to build, and if that's blown, there's nothing you can do to fix that. You want to get a replacement basket for sure. So I hope that helped get your double wall basket or pressurized basket or portafilter back up and running so you can be enjoying espresso again. Have you guys had any issues with anything like this? Does the Confusa soak work for you? Let us know down in the comments below, and if you have any other tips and tricks, we're happy to hear them. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, like this video and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Down in the description below, you'll also see a link to our newsletter where you'll be able to sign up and keep up to date with coffee content, any promotions we have going on, and all the blog posts and news articles that we do put out. Thank you again, and keep making coffee you love.